Hello, I'm Joseph Coelho, author of Swords and Bikes. I'm a children's author and poet, and it was such a pleasure to write Swords and Bikes, a verse novel for you guys about magic and two friends who discover a secret world on their doorstep. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about some of the inspirations behind that book. Well, it is inspired by where I grew up. I grew up in a place called Roehampton, in a big block of flats, and right next to my block of flats was an old Victorian mansion. And that mansion was derelict, disused, abandoned, and it had a big thick bush around it, hiding a Victorian garden. But me and my friends knew where to look to find the old overgrown stairway that led into that garden. And if you went up that stairway, you could have picnics and play out in this old Victorian garden. And there was a fountain at the centre of the garden with a head on top of a marble head on top of the fountain with horns. And that memory inspired Swords and Bikes, where two friends in a block of flats push their way through a bush next to an old abandoned mansion and find an old Victorian garden with a fountain with a horned head. So it's that same memory played out in the story. But what's different in the story is that the two kids turn around, Michaela and Norris, they turn around when they want to leave and find that the bush they crawled through has disappeared and instead been replaced by a tumbling old forest. And it was a strange little creature with horns and a human torso, but the legs and feet of a goat, legs and hooves of a goat, I should say. A character called Bujeja. And Bujeja, or Bugeja, if you're saying it in the Spanish way, Bujeja is a satyr, so half man, half goat, and he wants their help. I don't want to give too much away. He wants their help. And puts Michaela and Norris on a quest, shall we say. And if you want to know any more, well, you'll have to read the book. But that's just so you know that it was indeed inspired by some of my childhood memories of playing out in Roehampton when I was a kid. So I hope you go and check out the book and have fun reading the story and discovering some of the secrets of the garden. Thank you. Bye-bye.